What's up YouTube? Today's video is going to be more on the fun side because it revolves around an Agatha Harkness deck. So I've tried a mostly pool 3 Agatha deck about a month ago in the infinite rank, and I was actually surprised by how well it did, while it was also super duper fun to play. If you want to check out that alternative version, I'll leave a link to it right here. But in this video I tried to one up the deck and improve it even further with the addition of some new cards. So I took the core package from the previous deck idea, I tried to combine it with the strongest cards that are currently around and the most synergistic, which would namely mostly be Zabu as well as Darkhawk, since this deck runs a lot of forecast cards anyway. And my question was basically, can I build an Agatha deck that will be strong enough to carry me to infinite? And spoiler alert right away, I could not. But after playing this deck for about 3 hours, we also didn't end up losing any cubes, staying at around a negative net 0. And that was within some of the most competitive parts of ladder, around rank 95, right below the infinite rank floor. Also while facing some of the highest ranked players worldwide. So while I would not recommend this deck for climbing, if you want to experiment around and have some fun, this one can definitely hold its ground. But before we get ahead of ourselves, I want to explain to you how this deck works because it plays in a very non-traditional way. So first of all, what's the reason for even running Agatha in this list? What's the potential upside? By playing Agatha and America Chavez in this deck, we greatly reduce our deck size. We're effectively only playing with 10 cards in deck because Agatha draws herself turn 1, Chavez cannot get drawn until turn 6, so we only effectively have a 10 card deck, and that drastically increases the odds of drawing all of these other key cards. And which key cards do we definitely want to draw early? So we want to get Agatha out of our hand as soon as possible. The most effective way of doing so is playing Lady Sif. Agatha is always going to be our highest cost target in our hand, unless we get rickrolled by locations, of course. We can get Agatha back with a clean 4 energy and 17 power play with Ghost Rider. The other cool way of cheating out Agatha is playing Wave on turn 3 and following up with Agatha on turn 4. Another actually very good tempo play. Most other decks cannot quite keep up with that power level, and that gives us a little head start. So these are the most common and most consistent ways of playing Agatha, but I thought, what if we get this absolute powerhouse of Zabu out into the deck as well? Is this also going to be a solid alternative win condition? Just letting Agatha pilot all of our discounted forecast cards and just overrunning our opponent with the sheer power level of them. That explains all of these solid, well-rounded forecast cards in our deck. Darkhawk and Rockslide, of course, the dream team. White Queen, just a very consistent cards, also fishing for information. And with Crossbones, we're happy to pull it from Jubilee, and we're also often ahead in some locations due to the early tempo that Agatha plays can provide, and we will more often than not be able to play it. And I thought because we now have 3 consistent turn 3 plays, we also can play Domino in this. Our odds of having one of these in hand by turn 3 are going to be very high, so we might as well take the extra 3 power on turn 2. So what else is very important when playing this deck? Snapping and retreat timing. Especially retreating. We will need to retreat very often because Agatha will do a lot of nonsensical plays, and we will sometimes just have very bricked hands. So make sure that you generally just lose 1 or at max 2 cubes when you are behind with this deck. Snap typing is also pretty important. We generally don't want to snap until turn 3, because on that turn we will see what exactly Agatha does. If she does play Lady Sif, Wave or Zabu, we will also know all 3 locations. That's very important here because Agatha does not consider locations at all, and she will mess them up very, very often. But we can generally snap if Agatha plays a 3-drop into a safe location. Their opponents will more often than not stay in the game. So my final verdict on this deck, like I said, it can kind of hold its ground, and I do feel like it's stronger than the previous version I played a month ago, but the meta has also just gotten so much stronger ever since, with Silver Surfer becoming refined and meta, with Zabu being added to the game, and a lot of pool 4 and 5 cards having become more accessible over time. The competition has gotten a lot tougher, and Agatha can get overrun quite easily. Nonetheless, it is still as wild and fun as ever to play this archetype, and I have a lot of good wins as well as losses, just a bunch of highlights all across the spectrum for you that were taken from my own run with this deck on my Twitch stream. Okay, this is gonna be a fun start. Oh, please don't play Zabu into the left. Agatha, please, I beg you. Oh, this is not a good set of locations for Agatha. I'm really scared here. Don't play Zabu right. Okay, this is fine. I can live with this. Good job, Agatha. Don't have the right hand to snap yet without Ghost Rider. The Kirby crack. Wait, this is a bot, right? They can't have the crackle effect with the normal background. Okay. I bait my bot, my opponent into a snap here. Ew. A good opportunity to play Crossbones. Bit awkward. We're gonna have to go for tiebreakers anyway, right? Maybe Jubilee this turn? And next turn, like I'm hoping to pull Chavez and get another 4-drop or pull Ghost Rider. Jubilee shrank my Darkhawk card. Yeah, that's true. Darkhawk isn't that big anymore, but we also have Rock Slide. Nice. Ghost Rider, please. It's fine. Do we beat this? I think we do. The highest power output is this. No, other way around, of course. Drax right is awkward though, isn't it? Then again, like, no, Drax right is actually good, because if my opponent moves Vision out, we win. If they move Vision out and play something, Drax is the highest power that we can put there. We go for tiebreakers, White Queen is 1 power better, but like, in case we do need to contest locations, this is actually good. Oh, nailed it. We frickin' nailed it. I mean, okay, this wasn't really showcasing the strength of the deck, but I think this game showcased something else that's very important, and that is, like, for climbing, it is really helpful to take advantage of facing bots. And I think this was a great game to show how to recognize bots and how to, like, maximize cubes against them. Like, by the art effect, we knew this had to be a bot, because human players cannot have a card with a regular background, like Daredevil here, but also like the crackle effect that Wave had. Like, it cannot have anything floating around it, because the earliest you can get that is after the second split, and the first split always changes the background of the card. We already knew this had to be a bot, and then the other common mistake bots do is that they tend to snap when they're ahead on either turn 5 or turn 6, if they're winning 2 out of 3 locations. And we kind of willingly fell behind a bit and set up a very good turn 6. We let them snap first and then snap back on turn 6, which is something you also don't really do against human players. So this was like a great showcase of winning 8 cubes against a bot. Like, to stay in that game, we need to think we're winning 25% of the time, and I think we're not winning quite that often. Okay, take the wheel, Agatha. Drax left? Ah. Fine. That's nonsense. Oh, nailed it! Agatha high-key a better player than I am. Okay, so it's this 3-drop on the left side, which could easily be Cosmo. This is a snap, isn't it? Victory. See, I would not have won that game. That was all Agatha. can probably snap this. This is about as good of a start as we can get, and if we find Darkhawk, this is also going to be cracked. This could still backfire if we draw like Zabu next turn. Hope I didn't jinx it. No! Okay. Okay, we're fine. This is perfectly fine. Got Zabu for the middle. Okay. Moon Girl could be very scary here. Okay, you're getting any of these four. My opponent has priority, so they could technically play Professor X somewhere. So I don't really want to Ghost Rider into the right side. Unless I play it beside something else. And dump moment, probably. I'm drawing Chavez next. I think I want Jubilee middle for the chance of drawing Darkhawk. So I'm gonna have to fill up one location. Seems to make sense. This is such a power turn. We're going from 8 power to like 40 or 50 on turn 5. This feels like a high YouTube game to me. Maybe, but let's see how this one unfolds. I feel like this could still backfire because we have no idea what our opponent's playing. We only know they have yoinked one card from us with White Queen, and it's double discounted by Quinjet. Okay. So that makes... What was that? Was that Jubilee? Yeah. That was very good by them. We also low rolled here. It's 50-50 to not matter that much. We probably lose this, to be honest. I think this is a retreat. Because we know they still have one of our cards. The only brick is Ghost Rider. Yeah, it was still a good game though. Thing is, if our opponent can't beat something like Chavez, they're probably retreating themselves. So this might end up being a tie. Crossbones is your card. Oh yeah, right. That's actually true. This Crossbones was already played. Man, that was quite unfortunate. Escaped. But yeah, obviously didn't expect Juggernaut, and cheeky play by our opponent. Sure. Could mess us up. Okay, that's fine.
What are the odds?
Iron Man and Sentinel. Probably Dino deck with Mystique. We don't have Ghost Rider, we don't have Zabu, so definitely not snapping yet. Imagine he got Agatha. Yeah, our opponent might have gotten Agatha. Cerebro 3? Iron Man? Could be. I think this is a good Jubilee turn because we have chances of drawing Zabu. I think a Crossbones right is also fine, but if it's Cerebro 3, they might be playing Killmonger, so I don't want to overcommit on Lady Sif. They can't mystique that anymore. Probably also not killmongering anymore. What Iron Man middle? For opponent also plays Iron Man, we tie. Then we win the other lane with Ghost Rider. Darkhawk's also quite tall. Wait, isn't Darkhawk just straight up better? Darkhawk's gonna be 11. It's just gonna be 10. And we win one of the sides with Ghost Rider. We're really only scared of... what, Valkyrie? Yeah, Darkhawk doesn't care about Valkyrie, that's a good point. They have initiative as well. No, wait, they don't. This is tied. Okay, what happens if they Valkyrie mid? They go up to 20. We're at 22, right? Gets +2. Should win this. Should have snapped. I'm too conservative here, but no snapping doesn't make sense anymore. I should have snapped before playing Darkhawk, I'm pretty sure. The Rebro buffs himself? That's... I'm actually not sure. I think so if it gets hit by Valkyrie. I don't think I've ever seen a Cerebro Valkyrie deck. Yep, should. You what, mate? Okay, Agatha. You got this, I believe. The issue is we're probably playing a frickin' death deck. If our opponent snaps, we run. Okay, that's fine. Please shoot Viper. It's junk control. Winnable. Think winnable? Like, our curve should be better than our opponent. Well, this is trolling. Oh, I got outscared. We can still flip the middle with Rock Slide last turn. Or like this turn. Okay. Just gotta hope that this doesn't get shot apart. Darkhawk's the biggest card. They only have 2 cards left in hand. But they can play Zabu and something else. But Zabu is just 1 power, so they're tie. Agatha should make us win on tiebreakers. I mean, Darkhawk is just 1 power for them, so they're tie. Unless it's like specifically Darkhawk Rock Slide. Should win this. I mean, I could have known that Demon was the last card in hand. The third card was Rock is obvious, but I forgot about Demon. But yeah. Carried by Agatha. Also, again, very important to not snap on turn 6. And we couldn't really snap on turn 5 because we had no idea, like, what our opponent's hand looked like. Like, the White Queen gave us the info about our opponent's hand state. Because if they would have played something like Doctor Doom, then we're in a much more dire spot. Or anything that's not Darkhawk, anything with more power. Reduces Chavez as well. It doesn't really help us. Okay. Our hand isn't too bad. That's potentially very good for us.
Right on time.
Yo, blue painted hawk, thank you for the prime. Much appreciated. Yeah. It's pretty much the perfect start. Now we just need to top deck Zabu. Or Jubilee will pull him. Do we snap back now? I think that would be a bit crazy. Also, I think the turn 1 snap from our opponent was pretty bad. Like, they should have... Like, they're not playing anything turn 2 anyway. They could have at least seen all 3 locations for free. Like, right now is a much better timing for them to snap. I think I want to snap back. Throw Zabu middle. What? Okay. Okay, I would really like to pull Zabu here. Would also help us a lot with Le Dream Dimension. We have a lot of good pulls. Darkhawk is cracked as well. Chavez would be decent. And Ghost Rider. Those are actually our 4 pulls. All of them are great. Nice. And this is gonna be Odin, isn't it? But they can't play a 6-drop now because of Dream Dimension. Whereas we can still go batshit insane. Bot? This is definitely not a bot. Bots never play like this. Thought they were gonna Galactus. Yeah, Galactus would have caught me off guard, but that would have been good for them. Okay, thank goodness we kind of blasted everything this turn. Is Marvel actually better than Chavez? Like, we're out of leader range. Looks a lot like a retreat for our opponent. Marvel wins against Odin, so does Chavez. Yeah, this is probably the Sandman ramp deck that I posted a YouTube video a few days ago. Like a week ago. It's really, really good. It's very disruptive. It counters Silver Surfers and Zabu decks quite effectively.
What are the odds?
What are the odds? I've been facing 3 Kazoo stylists with Agatha in them today. Someone must have made a video on that. It wasn't me. I didn't make a video on it yet. And I also have not seen any video on it yet. It was actually my original creation.
Wind, aid my
Okay.
hand.
You got this, Agatha. Could have been worse, I guess. Jug? Okay. Game really doesn't want to play. Doesn't want to make me play Darkhawk. Wait, that's actually good. Because it keeps our opponent... Like, if they play Serra this turn, they can only play 2 instead of 3 cards last turn. And Agatha is going to play herself next turn. Are we snapping? It's the appeal of Agatha that she always starts in your hand. Well, she's mostly... Yeah, you mostly play her for the memes. But she does have a cool effect on deck consistency. And she always plays herself first, right? So that allows for some cool wave combos, for example, or the Lady Sif Ghost Rider combo. Go left, 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 left. Why do you only cost 4? What did I miss? Wave. Oh, and of course, that was actually perfect. The Zabu discount, I forgot about that. Well, not quite perfect, like Darkhawk could have played himself left, but we take what we can get here.
Victory.
Okay, we're actually starting to climb with this. But if my opponent is gonna be any mode at the end, I'm also definitely gonna call it cheesy. Probably snapping turn 3.
Always lucky.
But we first have to see if Lady Sif gets played into nowhere. That's not good. There's so much that Agatha could fuck up here. Et voila. Okay, that's not too bad. Ouch.
Help me! Escaped.
Right on time.
Okay, locations are fine, hand is fine. You can do this, Agatha, I believe. I still believe. Shite.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night. Escaped.
What about my emotional world? Agatha is just crushing my soul.
What are the odds?
Okay, good play, good play. Keep it up. Not too bad so far. Sick. Okay. Now it's winnable.
I don't know.
Why did you
Bye, have a
do
great
that?
day.
Oh shit.
Escape.
Okay, here's a hot take. Do I ever cut Wave from this deck? Just to increase the chances of playing Lady Sif on turn 3. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Because Wave is also kind of a good turn 5 play. Go Wave. Go Wave. Go.
Right on time.
God damn it, Agatha. Why you gotta be like this? Who's smarter, Agatha or Ego? I think they have exactly the same points of IQ. We're playing big bodies with Zabu. Why bother with the 3 points from Domino? Okay, I genuinely don't know how to answer this question because 3 points is more than 0 points? Like... Okay. Okay. Actual good play. I'm still surprised how rarely our opponents are snapping.
Are you sure about that?
Agatha didn't play herself. She couldn't because we played Wave on turn 2. We lost the super flow buff. We only had 3 mana, but she cost 4.